Hello, everyone, and welcome into another episode of the Fumble Sports Daily Show. So wonderful to have you with us. As always, we have another 2-hour show ahead of us. It is loaded. We've got picks. We've got research. Our NASCAR expert is going to join us at 1 o'clock to go through his picks for this weekend's race at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We obviously have our trivia, our contest, our celebrity shot contest. So much to get into over the next 2 hours. And so happy to see so many familiar faces jumping right in. So excited for this Thursday show, Thursday, July 6th. So let's jump right into it, everybody, because we've got a lot to get into. And with that said, I do want to say we are, as always, our daily disclaimer. We're not a sports book. We're not endorsed by any sports book, but we're here for good sports conversation, entertainment, research. We use a number of different websites and places for good analytics, stats, and research. However, we are not a sports book, and the places we go are not sports books. If you do need help, if you do have an issue with gambling, there are places you can go. But Fumble Sports is here for entertainment, good conversation, and hopefully a good place to get the most out of your sports viewing experience. With that said, our rundown for today's show is as follows. Should be the 6th, because it is the 6th. And today's show, we will go through all of our results from yesterday. We'll look at the latest standings in the Celebrity Shot Contest for the month of July. We'll rant about Ellie De La Cruz's back getting checked. MLB looking like the fool on that one. The NBA in-season tournament, rumors about it, things getting leaked. We'll talk about that a little bit. The Home Run Derby bracket is locked in and is loaded. Should be a lot of fun. We'll always, of course, get to your questions, research around the picks that you have. If you need help with your daily fantasy lineup as well, we'll do that. We'll probably play the Immaculate Grid at some point and do our daily trivia. And like I mentioned, our NASCAR expert will join us at 1 o'clock to go through his picks. He has been outstanding through the season making picks, so you will want to join us for that. You can't miss it, that is for sure. That said, let's look at our results from yesterday. We'll fly on down to the bottom of the screen to check out how our results did yesterday. Not as good as we could have been, 25-19. Because of that washout between the Blue Jays and White Sox, weren't as many of our picks actually ended up on the board. Thought we would have done really well if that game had played out. But 25-19, not quite the mark that we want percentage-wise, but okay. 7-4 our MLB game picks, 15-10 on our player prop bets. And unfortunately, WNBA didn't go our way. Parlay plays went 4-1. That was solid. Long ball, long shots of the day. Only Ryan O'Hearn was left on the board after the washouts. So with that said, we did go 1 for 2. Stealing and sharing picks went 1 for 5. You guys went 20-14. You guys did really well. Want to give special shout outs to a few of you. Joe Warren went 2-0. Well done there. Ann Carhone won. Matt Olson RBI and the Red Sox on the money line going 2-0. Well done. Chris Roberts went 1-0. Big shout out as well to Albert Einstein going 1-0. Shun Carter making a pick for the first time ever went 2-0. Very nice. Zodwick 2-0. Mauricio Dubon went crazy for you. Well done and did not get that strikeout that I was doubting. So well played. 2-0 by you. LRK425 went 2-0, and Kyle went 2-0. So a number of people made up some ground in our Celebrity Shot Contest. So hope you guys are excited, because I certainly am. Here we are with our results so far. Put our leader still up in green. I'll zoom in so you guys can see. So Macy Toru is still the leader after going 1-1. 8 correct picks thus far through the month of July. The winner has to get to 20, just as a reminder. But Jorge, LRK425, and Tito's Full Send all have 6. A number of people also have 5, including Joe Warren. So the competition is heating up. But if you haven't played thus far in the month of July, there is plenty of time. Don't worry, with the way picks go, there's plenty of opportunity to catch up. So make sure you're getting your picks in today. That said, we do have an early game today. We do have an early game between the Reds and the Nationals. So we're going to get to work, clear out the results from yesterday, clear out our picks, and get to work, because it's brand new day, brand new opportunity to cash some tickets, because that's what we are here at Fumble Sports. We're a team cashing tickets. If you have celebrity shot picks that you want up on the board, just throw in the comment section my celebrity shot or my celebrity pick. We'll get it up on the board. If you want any of my picks, which are cashing at about a 67, 68% rate since we started doing the show 2 months ago, and in the month of July, we're now hitting at about a 70% rate. If you want my picks, hit that live goal confetti. If you want my long ball long shots of the day, players I think are going to hit a home run, hit that like button on TikTok Live. Every time we hit a 2,000 like benchmark, we'll give out a player we think is going to hit a home run. And of course, if you share the channel, we will give out a player we think is going to get a stolen base. So plenty of ways for you guys to be a part of the show, get our picks, get involved. Love the audience that we have here. So excited to get into it. And yes, the leader has entered the comment section. Macy Toru, well done. What's up, gang? Yeah, strutting your stuff. But the chase is on. The heat is on. So let's see those picks up on the screen. Would love to see what everyone likes. Macy Toru will give you the honor, if you want it, of first pick. But since we've already got some up there, we're actually going to get started. Normally, I would say you're usually quick on it, but we'll let you settle in. Let's get Chris Roberts up on the board. Chris Roberts is taking Jorge Soler over half a hit. So Chris Roberts up on the board. Let's keep it going. Do you think the Angels should trade Shohei Ohtani before the end of the season? Absolutely. Yes, they should. Will they? Absolutely not. So Deadpool, it's a great question, and my answer is, should they? Without a doubt they should. Look at the Boston Red Sox not getting enough value out of that deal with Mookie Betts, not getting any assets back for Xander Bogaerts. You cannot let stars walk out the door and get nothing, and Shohei Ohtani is not coming back to the Angels. There is nothing right now that indicates to me that he's going to return. I think there's going to be too many suitors. I don't think the Angels are going to make sure that Shohei cannot win there. That's what he wants. He'll make his money anywhere. He wants to win. He wants to build a legacy here. I think they should trade him, but unfortunately, I don't think it's ultimately going to happen because the Angels, they're do you really give up the love of your life knowing that they're going to dump you in 2 months? Probably not. You're still infatuated with them. LRK425, let's get you up on the board. You're taking the Guardians on the money line. By the way, why is he taking the Guardians on the money line? It's a Jordan Lyles day, everybody. Happy Jordan Lyles day to all of you. If you guys have been watching baseball this year, Jordan Lyles has been one of the most consistent bets across Major League Baseball. The Kansas City Royals have only won one game in which Jordan Lyles has started. That was, by the way, pretty recent. I think it was in one of his last 2 starts. So that said, happy Jordan Lyles Day to all of you. We will be taking the Guardians on the money line. I know we haven't gotten any confetti yet, but I'm going to go to work and give out some of my favorite picks since I know you guys are wondering about it. Early game, I'll just get to it really fast. Reds, Nationals, I do like yes to a run in the first inning. We'll find out if we cash on that during the show. Additionally, I also like the Reds, Nationals, and I do like the over. I want to see what I can get that over at, so we'll switch on over to that game. Right now you're seeing the line set at 9.5. But Fumble Sports is always looking for a cashing ticket, so if we can move the line, we will. Over 8.5 is what's available. That's certainly a little bit more snug for my butt fumble, so I'll take the over 8.5. Additionally, going to keep riding this one. I will take the Nationals on the money line. I really want to take them first 5 on the money line is what I really want to take, so that's what I'm going to take it at. First 5 on the money line, just because the starting pitching matchup, Brandon Williamson on the side of the Cincinnati Reds, Mackenzie Gore, the better pitchers on the side of the Nationals. I could still see the Reds winning over the course of the game. So, with that said, I'm still a little hesitant to take them on the money line overall, but I will take the Reds first 5 on the money line. Additionally, I'll take the Reds to cover. Reds to cover, minus 175 on it. That's an easy play. So I kind of position myself kind of snug here. Reds, plus 1.5. Nationals, first 5 money line. I'm not going to take the Nationals on the full game money line. I thought about it. I'm going to pull back from that just a little bit. I like the starting pitching matchup. I could see them getting off to a fast start. I think Brandon Williamson will give up some runs. If we look at the weather in that game, as we do every single day, the weather in that one should be favorable towards runs, plus 14 on home runs, plus 18% probability on extra base hits, and plus 15% on overall runs. So I do like the opportunity to get runs on that game. Thank you, by the way, so much, Deadpool, for that confetti. Appreciate you helping us out as we give out some picks. I'm also going to give out some long ball, long shots of the day. I do like Matt McClain to hit a home run in this game. I'm going to show him up on our props. There are a number of players from this one I like, so I'm getting to it because it's the early game. We'll get to your research and your celebrity shot picks in a second, but I wanted to get this out right away, and that way you guys could get your plays in. So I do like Matt McClain on over half a home run, 17% implied probability, but Mackenzie Gore, lefty-righty matchup, and I do like the wind blowing out to left center. I also want to take him on over. Can I get half a hit? Yes, I can. 69% implied probability. This is a chalky play at minus 225. What do I mean by chalky? What I mean is the odds are minus 200 or worse, so I wouldn't recommend it as a play on its own, but rather as a leg of a parlay, something you pair together with 1, 2, maybe 3 other plays, and that way you can turn that minus 225 into something closer to even money or maybe plus 110, plus 150, something like that. So Matt McClain, over half a hit, is a play I like. Also, I would look at over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. You can get this 55% implied probability, very strong. Again, one of the reasons I like this, the Reds against Mackenzie Gore. He has no stats lifetime, but against left-handed pitching this year, Matt McClain, 3.18 average, 3 home runs. So like the opportunity of taking him against a left-handed pitcher. Not going to put the hits, runs, RBIs up on the board, but one I would consider. That said, someone I will put up on the board for hits, runs, and RBIs is Spencer Steer. He has been raking against left-handed pitching this year, over half a hit. This is hit in 8 of the last 10 games. Again, minus 245. So again, leg of a parlay play, over half a hit. But Steer is someone I would take on the over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Really strong numbers against left-handed pitching. I'll show you in 1 second. But first, want to show you the hits, runs, RBIs. I'm not taking him on a home run. Might be a bit of a risk there, but I actually like McClain more on the home runs. Minus 140 on the play. If I shift over and show you what he's doing against left-handed pitching this year, like I mentioned, good numbers, 291, but the 6 home runs, 17 RBIs. You know what? I'm going to throw him up here on the big board for a home run as well. Now that I say it, both of them are good for a home run. I like the righties to hit home runs in this game, if you haven't noticed. I'll complete that thought. Lane Thomas. Love Lane Thomas today. So again, giving out some early plays that I like. Over half a hit, not anymore. That's become too good a play. But hits, runs, RBIs, and 1.5 bases, I do like as well. Over 1.5 bases has been a strong play. Stats against Brandon Williamson aren't available because they haven't faced each other. But against left-handed pitching, 378 with 7 home runs, 21 RBIs. Love the opportunity to take Lane Thomas today. So jumping on that. By the way, don't worry. I'm going to get to all of your comments, all of your celebrity shot picks. I'm just putting in some work right now to give you guys some good plays off the bat. I'm going to take him on over 1.5 bases. I'm also going to take him on over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Yes, if you're playing daily fantasy, Lane Thomas is someone I would have in my lineup. If you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com, scroll on down, you can check out our DFS lineup that we have up on our website right now, as well as the best MLB trends of the day and the best hitter-pitcher matchups of the day. So make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. While you're there, in case you guys don't think you're going to win the July Celebrity Shot Contest, we actually have put a sales discount out there for those who want a shirt but may not win the contest. It's 20% off. The code that you have to put in to buy a t-shirt at 20% off is July. Capital July. So for all of those who love our t-shirts, want to go buy one, but want it at a discount, 20% off, just need to put in July. Capitalized July. Okay, so once again, just threw a bunch of picks up on the board. 3 players I like to get home runs in that game. Weather favors that. A bunch of plays in that game. We're gonna find out if we're cashing tickets early today. That isn't the last thing I'm going to take in that game. The last thing I will take is Elly De La Cruz to get a stolen base. I do like that play against Mackenzie Gore. He is not good at holding runners. Elly De La Cruz. And just looking at the stolen base, 32% implied probability, plus 210, so a strong play there. Can I get him on over half a hit? Yes, I can, because he had that bit of a slump. He's come back from that 3 hits in a row. Can I get him on over half a base? Probably not. Nope. So I'll take him on the over half a hit. That's one thing I will take him on. It would be the leg of a parlay. But I would also consider not just Elly De La Cruz over half a hit, but I'd take him on over half a run as well. Over half a hit's the leg of a parlay play. But Elly De La Cruz over half a stolen base. Over half a run. We have him on a stolen base. But if he's getting on base and he's getting a stolen base, we think he's probably going to score a run as well. That's at 50%. You could get that at even money. So I'll also take that, Elly De La Cruz to score a run as well. By the way, big shout out to one of our favorite places in Cincinnati, Braxton Brewery. Every time we talk about the Cincinnati Reds, I want to talk about Braxton Brewery. If you guys go to one of the best baseball cities in America, make sure you check out Braxton Brewery. Great beer, great place to hang out, and of course, all about sports there. So Bengals fans, Reds fans, or people just visiting the great city of Cincinnati, make sure you check out Braxton Brewery. With that said, how many wins does LRK 425 have now? LRK 425, you have 6. Jorge has 6. Tito's Full Send has 6. Zodwick has 5. Top Dog has 4. RJ has 3. Mike Oxlong has 4. Joe Warren has 5. Dante has 5. Caesar has 4. But Macy Toru is the leader with 8. Caesar and Chris Roberts, you both have 4. But Macy Toru with 8 is our leader. Let's get to some of your celebrity shots. I appreciate you guys letting me put out some of my picks. Let's get Tito's Full Send up on the board. Tito's Full Send is taking the Tigers on the money line. Very interesting. It's actually not one that I'm crazy about, so very interesting. Tito's Full Send is also taking the Marlins on the money line. That one I like. I'm also going to put that one up on my board as well. But I'm going to take Oakland to cover. I'll get to that actually in a minute, but I will take Miami on the money line, and I like Miami first 5 on the money line, so giving out even more picks for you guys. Yeah, I know we haven't gotten confetti, but I'm just dropping some picks on you guys as you guys play along at home. I do like Miami in that game. That is a matchup of Yuri Perez on the side of the Miami Marlins going up against Jack Flaherty. Now, Jack Flaherty's a very good pitcher, so you may want to consider taking the Marlins to cover, but Miami has been a good play, or St. Louis to cover rather, but Miami has been a very good play of late. Yuri Perez has been one of the best pitchers in the National League, a 2.47 ERA compared to Jack Flaherty's 4.61. So these are 2 pitchers that could get plenty of strikeouts, could be a really good pitching matchup, but I do like the Miami Marlins to get off to, even if it's a 1-run lead, get off to that first 5-inning lead, and then ultimately win the game. So I'm with you right there. I like Miami. I like the Marlins. Let's get to more of your celebrity shot picks and get those up on the board. Joe Warren, love to see you back up in the contest. Joe Warren. And your celebrity shot pick is going to be Jordan Lyles over 2.5 earned runs. Yeah, welcome to Jordan Lyles Day, everybody. You want to just see what we could do to fade Jordan Lyles, just to have some fun? at the expense of someone else. Some Schadenfreude right here. Jordan Lyles. Oh, man. If I go to implied probability on Jordan Lyles, earned runs and the over comes up immediately. By the way, what do we call this, everybody? We call this not just a lawn. This is a lawn that needs a trim. This dude gives up so many runs at this point that our greenage over here is off the charts. You could get this at minus 175. And again, this game is against the Cleveland Guardians. Lifetime against the Guardians. Ramirez has outstanding numbers. Straw has good numbers. Rosario, good numbers. Sure, there are a couple of guys who are not so good. Bell, Quan, maybe. But that said, Jose Ramirez rakes against him. So not only should we take Jordan Lyles on over 2.5 earned runs, we definitely should look for a player prop bet involving Jose Ramirez. So Jordan Lyles over 2.5 earned runs. We're jumping on board with that one. Jordan Lyles, thank you so much. Let's also look at him on walks allowed. 1.5. The under is the better play. So just note, be careful how much you are fading him, because actually the under is the better play. Hits allowed I wouldn't like as well. That seems always a little bit high with some of these guys. 6.5 seems a little bit high, so I wouldn't take him. Let's look at Jose Ramirez, though. Is there a good prop to play for him? 1.5 hits, 1.5 bases. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Can we get it at 1.5? No, it's at 2.5. Those buggers at the sports books, they're being a bit too wise for us. But that said, I'll probably take the 1.5 bases here. I know it's only going off at 50%, but the history that he has against Jordan Lyles gets me excited. So Jose Ramirez over 1.5 bases. And again, you're getting that at even money. So let's also look at over just half a single. Over half a single. 53% implied probability on the under, 50% on the over. Hasn't been a very consistent ticket. Just putting it out there because he has a good average lifetime against Jordan Lyles. So not saying I'd recommend it, but just considering it. I know we've got celebrity shots coming in from YouTube. So wonderful to see Dante, Zodwick, Tony. What is up, everybody? Happy to see you guys in the comment section. Let's get to Dante's because he's got one that's related to this Reds Nationals game that I also really like. So let's get Dante up on the board. And Dante is taking Hogan Harris over 2.5 earned runs. We'll talk about that one a little bit later. But the one I'm really interested in is you're getting Jonathan India. Are you seeing that on over half a base? I'd be shocked if that's available. And if it is, everybody, get to your books early. Get to them quick. Because if Jonathan India over half a base, he is 1 for 3 lifetime against Mackenzie Gore. Maybe not a huge sample size, but so what? Over half a hit's available. 66% implied probability. Over half a base is available. Guys, get this one while you can. This is a good play. This is a lefty-righty matchup in a day in which the wind is blowing out to left field. I was even thinking, should I take Jonathan India on a home run? I ended up not. I went with McClain and Steer. But watch, Jonathan India, as the one I don't go with, probably will. So be mindful of this. Good opportunity to take him. It's blowing out to left center, bowling out to left field. This is an opportunity right here. I am shocked that this is available. Get on this one right now if you can. I will treat it like it's a play I wasn't aware of because I was going to take Jonathan India on something, but I didn't expect half a base to be available. Over half a base. I'm assuming this is a leg of a parlay play. Minus 190. This is how crazy this play is. It's actually available at minus 190. This is a great play, everybody. This is one that could stand on its own. You could add it as a leg of a parlay. I love this play. This is a great find, Dante. Good on you. Really good on you. Love it. Macy Toru, let's get you to the Celebrity Shot Big Board, and we'll put you up top since you are the leader. You earn the spot. Macy Toru, your 2 Celebrity Shot picks, let's get them up on the board, are going to be Allen under half a hit. Allen. Who's Allen? Yeah, I don't know an Allen. Can you hit me with that one again? N. Allen, under half a hit? I don't think so. Who's Allen? I don't know who N. Allen is, but I know my baseball, and I was thinking to myself, who's an N. Allen who's a hitter? No one I know right now. Let's get your A's Tigers up on the board, though. Athletics, Tigers, over 8.5 runs. Very interesting play. Macy Toru up on the board with that one. Let's get Alex up on the Celebrity Shot big board as we wait for Macy Toru to clarify some things there. Taking Ray's money line and Marcus Stroman on over strikeouts. Let's look on his strikeouts really quick to make sure we're getting the right line on that one. Strikeouts, 4.5 is what it's set. Yeah, really good implied probability on it. 4.5 strikeouts. This is a good find by Alex. I like this one as well. Opportunity against Milwaukee, very consistent play over the last 7 games. And good numbers the last time that he faced Milwaukee. No, I'm going to ride with this one as well. It's a minus 140. You can put it on the board. Yes, sir. It is not one that I had prior to the show, so I put the asterisk next to it. I'm tailing on this one over 4.5 strikeouts. Good find, Alex. Good find. Joe Warren, let's get your celebrity shot. Your second one is going to be Corey Seager. And you're taking Corey Seager at over 1.5 bases. Like that play as well against Cutter Crawford. Do I think Dame Lillard will ultimately end up in Miami? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think he is going to end up in Miami. My only issue with him being in Miami is I don't think the Portland Trailblazers are going to get anything that they really want back. I think they're just going to have to mix and match pieces. But sounds like Dame Lillard wants to go anywhere but Boston. So let's get a stolen base pick up on the board because we got a share. And let's get Estuary Ruiz. Estuary Ruiz up on the board to get a stolen base. Let's show him really quick. And then I'll get back to your celebrity shot picks. Estuary Ruiz not showing up. If he's not showing up, I'll leave him up there. But I will also give out another play. The next one I'm going to give out is Bryson Stott. Bryson Stott of the Philadelphia Phillies. Let me show him on a stolen base. 22% implied probability. You could get it at plus 350. Now let's see, can we get him on over half a base? Nope. Can we get him on over half a hit? Yes, we can. Very consistent. 8 out of the last 10 this is hit. So we'll also take Bryson Stott over half a hit. I'll keep that Reds game together and I'll put it over here. Bryson Stott over half a hit. And for that, just to make sure, it is a leg of a parlay play. So it's worse than minus 200, so that's what I'd have it at. There you go. Appreciate all of you guys joining us. Hope you're having a lot of fun watching the show. Let's get Tito's full send. Taking the Tigers off the board and putting the Yankees, putting Orioles, Yankees, and you're seeing that at over 8.5. Is that what you got it at? Over 7.5. That's a wiser play. I like that one as well. Really in favor of it. I'm going to throw that one up on the board as well. So I know we did get some more confetti from Deadpool. Thank you so much for the confetti. I am taking the Orioles and Yankees on the over as well. Over 7.5 is exactly what I was thinking as well. Just to show you guys what the alternative line is on that one. Orioles, Yankees, 8.5 right now. I want it at the 7.5 at minus 155. The fact it's minus 155, I actually think that makes it a great play. So I'd take that. Additionally, I will also take the Orioles on the money line. I'm taking the Orioles on the money line. Kyle Gibson going against Luis Severino. I think Luis Severino has been just bad this year. He's been bad of late. I like the opportunity to take the Orioles today. I have them on a couple different plays, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Just wanted to put that up on the board. Again, every time you guys give us that gift of our confetti, we give out a pick. Every time we hit 2,000 likes on TikTok Live, we will also give out a long ball long shot of the day. Let's get Zodwick has a couple of picks. Let's get Zodwick up on the board, and then we'll get back to TikTok Live and some of your Celebrity Shot picks. Man, I love how much you guys are playing into the Celebrity Shot contest. Again, if you guys don't think you're going to win the contest but would love to get a t-shirt from our website, use the promo code JULY, capitalized July, all letters capitalized July, and that way you can get 20% off all of the stuff in our store. So, Zodwick, let's get you up on the board. And Zodwick, you are taking... Let me see if I can copy and paste it because that would make life easy. Of course I can't. So, Joey Meneses, under 2.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. Is that available at 2.5? I'm not doubting you. It's just interesting that that's what you're seeing. Meneses, 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Yep, it is. Wow, really interesting. That's a good find again. I like Zodwick finding this one. I'm not going to play it, but for all those that are curious about a good play, that's one. Good find, Zodwick. Let's get Zodwick's second one up on the board, and that is going to be Oakland, Detroit, under 5.5 in the first 5. Very interesting. So that's Athletics, Tigers, under 5.5, first 5. I should put it the other way. First 5, under 5.5. Okay, so Zodwick up on the board. Tony, let's get you up on the board as well. Tony, let's get Tony up on the board. Tony is taking Athletics, Tigers, no run in the first inning. He says he likes to live dangerously. Okay, Austin Powers. And you are taking Rangers, first 5 money line. Rangers, first 5 money line. Yeah, Nathan Eovaldi against the Red Sox. I figured a lot of you guys would be liking that Rangers first 5 money line. Very interesting play. Yeah, I'm not touching that A's Tigers first inning run. Not touching that one. I have a 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 7 actually. 7 first run inning plays to give out since I've already given out Reds Nationals. So make sure you guys hit that confetti, everybody. By the way, Deadpool, happy fried chicken day to you. Now I know what I'm getting for dinner, everybody. By the way, I don't know if you joined us for our show last night. I am going to start doing shows at like 7, between 7 and 8 o'clock almost every day. That way you guys not just don't have the betting show here on our weekdays, but also have just an opportunity where we can rant about sports, talk sports, whatever you guys want to talk about. So I will be eating fried chicken probably during that show. Arctic Tiger getting up on the Celebrity Shot big board. Arctic Tiger, and a very interesting play, is taking Jonathan Scope on a home run. Jonathan Scope, over half a home run. Very interesting. Can't say I'm going to tail you on that one, but very interesting. Arctic Tiger might know something. And Riley Adams a home run. Riley Adams over half a home run. Wow, Arctic Tiger, some bold plus money plays. Are you talking about fantasy football yet, Lucci? Yeah, we are. We are talking fantasy football. I actually think our night show, that's what we're going to devote a lot of time to, is getting people ready for their drafts, helping out with mock drafts, going through auction draft values. So yes, we are talking fantasy football, and if you have fantasy football questions, do not hesitate. Put them in the comments section. Stroman over 4.5 strikeouts is going to be the other pick for Chris Roberts. So, Marcus Stroman over 4.5 strikeouts. Another pick up on the board. What was the sure bet again? Jonathan India over half a base. I don't want to say it was a sure bet. As you guys know, we're not about saying anything's a lock or a sure bet. We respect the game too much for that. But Jonathan India over half a base. We really like the play, and the fact it's not a leg of a parlay. Maybe the sports book knows something, but we really like it. Kyle Bradish isn't pitching for the O's today. Because I have Kyle Bradish on covers. Interesting. Let's see. Let's keep our eye on that one, everyone. Kyle Bradish, yeah, let's see. Is he up on here? Yeah, he is. So I'm still seeing Kyle Bradish. Let's monitor that one. I'm still seeing Kyle Bradish on all the resources that I use. So, Jorge, keep your eye on that one. Keep your eye on that one. Deadpool, thank you so much for sharing the channel. So, since you shared the channel, we give out a player we think is going to get a stolen base. Geraldo Perdomo is someone we like today. Arizona Diamondbacks. Carlos Carrasco is awful at holding runners. He is god-awful. So, yes, I do like Corbin Carroll. Yes, I do like Geraldo Perdomo. Let's get Perdomo up here. Over half a stolen base, 25% implied probability. Can I get him on over half a base? 1.5? Nope. So what about half a hit? There it is, 69% implied probability. I'll take the over half. I know it's not great odds, very chalky, but I do like him today on the stolen base, so that's what I'm going to go with. Perdomo over half a hit. And that is, unfortunately, a leg of a parlay play. Let's also look at Corbin Carroll. And on this, we're looking for over half a stolen base, 35% implied probability, plus 188. So, putting Corbin Carroll up there as well, because Carlos Carrasco couldn't stop molasses. Corbin Carroll, and you saw, couldn't get the hits. It's 1.5. Hits, runs, RBIs set at 2.5. So it's going to be total bases for me. I'll take Corbin Carroll over 1.5 bases. And by the way, why do we do that? Because when I have a player on a stolen base or on a long ball, long shot of the day, I usually like to have some kind of hedge play where I'm also taking him on something else, either pairs well, or it could be something where if he doesn't hit the home run, he still gets a hit, or he still gets an extra base hit. So still looking at opportunities to take a player that I like today. Yeah, Gibson. Yeah, I meant Bradish. You're totally right. Yeah, Kyle Bradish is pitching today. That was my mistake that then got you caught up. So Jorge, we're on the same page. We're all on the same page now. Arctic Tiger. I love your theory behind it. I'm not going to tail on it, but I like your theory. Very interesting. Straw over half a hit is someone we should probably look at. I also like him on a stolen base, if I'm being honest as well. He's someone I was considering on a half a stolen base. So just to see that one, 20% implied probability plus 390. I would take Miles Straw on the stolen base, just sharing that one as well. We've got a lot of stolen base plays, so forgive me, because I'm putting out a lot. I know not all will cash, but if there's a player I like, I put it out there and let you guys determine which ones you want to follow and which ones you don't want to play. Over half a hit, though, 65% implied probability, and you can get it at minus 185. He does have good numbers lifetime against Jordan Lyles. It includes a couple home runs. So this is a really strong play, and the fact that it's not a leg of a parlay, much like the Jonathan India play, this is a great one. Miles Straw, over half a hit. This is a really strong play, everybody. Much like Jonathan India, it's one that has good numbers to go with it. It's a good matchup, and it's coming in at better than minus 200 odds. Really strong. Love it. Hope you guys are having a lot of fun watching the show. Just a reminder for you guys, at 1 o'clock, our NASCAR expert will join the show to give his picks for the race at the Atlanta Motor Speedway this week. He is outstanding with his picks. He's cashing in about half of the picks that he makes. And for NASCAR, you're getting that at really good plus money. So that is coming up at the top of the hour if you guys are curious about that. We still have trivia. We're going to do our Immaculate Grid in a little bit. So make sure you guys are paying attention. I'm hearing a lot of chatter about the Rays offense today. So let's dive into that Rays offense. We'll look at that game specifically, and we'll look at the over, and we'll look specifically at over half a hit. Over half a hit. And we'll look at across the board. So Turner, over half a hit. Very strong play for Trey Turner. He's going up against a right-handed pitcher. Against right-handed pitching this year, Turner's hitting 265, but maybe you want to consider Turner. Arozarena, really strong play against left-handed pitching this year. 259 average with a couple home runs. I do like Randy Arozarena today. We are going to take a bunch of Rays against this left-handed pitcher. Randy Arozarena, over half a hit. It is the leg of a parlay. You guys might want to just do a Tampa Bay Rays leg of a parlay play. Oh, let's get back to it. How about Siri? Margot Paredes. Against left-handed pitching this year. Again, left-handed pitching. Paredes actually hitting 250. Let's get to Ramirez. Wander for, oh, that's because they're all at 1.5. So they're not good plays, actually. So a lot of your questions were about those plays. The problem is, not really good plays because they're coming in at 1.5. So if you were going to take them, it probably would be on bases. And even that, I'm not crazy about. Over 1.5 bases. Siri over half a base is probably one I'd consider. But a lot of the guys you like, 1.5 bases, not really a good trend, actually. Not really great plays. Here's a celebrity shot I want to get up there. Let's get Mike up on the board. Mike. And Mike's pick is Luis Arraez. Over half a single. The usual, Mike. Yeah, just go to the bar and say, I'll have the usual. And Paredes over half a base. We'll show Paredes because we're already on him. Paredes over half a base. Oh, it's 1.5. It's 1.5 where I'm seeing it, Mike. It's 1.5. Ripping it off the board. You got to find a better one. Not seeing it. 1.5. Let's go to Luis Arraez. So, Mike, you still owe us a pick. Luis Arraez, 1.5 bases, not a good play. Hits, no. As always, though, the singles, 68% implied probability. This is now minus 215. Didn't cash yesterday. How many times over the last 20 games has he gone 2 days in a row without consecutive hits? Only once. So I'm going to tail on this one as well. I think Luis Arraez over half a hit is a good play today because he missed yesterday. Luis Arraez over half a single, over half a single. It is a minus 215 leg of a parlay play, but Luis Arraez hasn't had too many days consecutively where he hasn't had a single, so I'm going to go with that one. Yep. Ellie De La Cruz over half a hit. By the way, that game's going off in just a little bit, so happy to see that you're jumping on board with a play that we like as well. Ellie De La Cruz over half a hit. There you go. Mike's up on the board. So Macy Toru, Chris Roberts, LRK425, Tito's Full Send, Joe Warren, Dante, Alex, Zodwick, Tony, Arctic Tiger, and Mike are all up on the Celebrity Shot big board. Play along at home with us. Make sure you're getting those picks in. Yes, we do like Stroman on strikeouts today. Let's do some reverse engineering right now. Let's have some fun and look at reverse engineering. We'll do strikeouts and then we'll do walks. We'll do it a little earlier today. So let's look at strikeouts. By the way, guys, don't forget, make sure you're hitting that confetti. Every time we get that confetti, we give out a pick that we like. So, let's do our reverse engineering on strikeouts. First of all, great sign that the person that we like the most is at the top with Marcus Stroman. So he's the first one. Hogan Harris at 3.5 is actually an interesting play as well. I kind of like this one. The Tigers against left-handed pitching. They do have some guys with decent numbers, but I like the 3.5. I'd go with Hogan Harris. I know this isn't one that you guys may want to tail. Maybe you guys are a little bit hesitant to take a A's pitcher, but I will take Hogan Harris over 3.5 strikeouts. I will take that. Luis Severino, 4.5 strikeouts. Not going to touch that one. Not touching Luis Severino. Don't trust him. But Nathan Eovaldi, over 4.5 strikeouts, returning to Fenway Park. I am going to take this at minus 115. So, Nathan Eovaldi facing his former squad. I'll take him on over 4.5 strikeouts today. It's been a consistent play, and I do think there's going to be a little extra juice for him today. Christopher Sanchez is someone you probably should consider as well. This has been a very consistent play given the trend. So I will put Christopher Sanchez up on the board for strikeout purposes, but sweating it will definitely be, the sentiment. You're going to be sweating this one. So Christopher Sanchez over 3.5 strikeouts. I'm basing it off of the trend. Yeah, it's against Tampa Bay. That is making me a little bit nervous, but I do like that play. Anyways, those are the players that I like on strikeouts today. So did some reverse engineering. Those 3 players plus Marcus Stroman. So those are the 4 pitchers that I like to get over their strikeout total today. Other than that, I usually don't like to bet under strikeout totals unless it's very glaring. Didn't see any today that were that obvious. Let's go do our reverse engineering now on walks allowed. I know you guys love playing that as well. Walks allowed, Mackenzie Gore. Let's get it right now, everybody. We're running out of time before that game starts, so let's take Mackenzie Gore. I'll put it up closer to that game overall. So, again, Mackenzie Gore over 1.5 walks allowed. That is a really good implied probability, so jumping on that trend. How about at home? 3 out of the last 4. Definitely like that. 4 straight games this has hit. It's minus 198, so a strong play. Carlos Carrasco. Talk about Cash City right here. Carlos Carrasco over 1.5 walks. Let's get that one up on the board. Carlos Carrasco over 1.5 walks allowed. That's another one we like. Strong implied probability. Really great trend. Love it. Marcus Stroman over 1.5 walks allowed. That one hasn't been as good in the last couple of games. How about on the road? Last 2 games it's missed. Had been a good trend prior to that. I will just make note of that. Had been a good trend prior to the last couple of starts. So some of you may say he's due. I won't say that. I'm not going to be one who puts that out there. But just a note, let's look at Lance Lynn. Similar story. Last 2 games didn't have the walks allowed. However, at home, 2 out of the last 3. So keep your eye on Lance Lynn. Not going to take it. Not going to take it, but something to keep an eye on. Luis Severino I'm taking, though. Luis Severino has been a walk machine of late. Minus 130. Putting it up on my board. Luis Severino over 1.5 walks allowed. So there are even more plays for you guys. If you guys want more of my picks, make sure you're hitting that confetti. Of course, make sure you're hitting that like button as well. Hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button. That way we can give out some of our long ball, long shots of the day. You know how it's done here at Fumble Sports. At this point, we have so many loyal viewers. You guys know how it goes. You know what we need. Let's get Stephen Pock up on the board. Stephen Pock is going to take Jonathan India over half a home run. Bold play. And the over half a home run, you're also taking Reds on the money line. Reds on the money line. Again, I mentioned this earlier. By the way, the most confident play, I think Lane Thomas is a very strong play. I totally agree with you. Hey, Jorge, share that channel, Jorge. LRK425, Jorge, appreciate you guys. Jorge, share that channel, because you just mentioned a player that I'd like to talk about, if you know what I mean. Bingo, thanks for sharing the channel, Jorge. You're awesome. Let's get Kyle Tucker. I like him on a stolen base today, actually. He's better at stolen bases than you think. He has a good matchup today as well. So let's go to Kyle Tucker really quick. Oh, he's not showing up right now. He's not showing up. I'll leave him up there for now, just like I did Estuary Ruiz, but I'm not seeing him. He might be getting a day off today, so just keep an eye on that one. Do I like McClain or Steer more? It's tough. I like both of them a lot. I lean maybe slightly towards Steer, but it's tough. I really like both of them almost the exact same amount. I really don't, Stephen Pock, want to put myself into that box because I like both of them almost the same amount. Which do I like more? 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, or total bases for Lane? Probably 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Only because, and the reason, let me explain that really quick, Jorge. The reason I like that more is kind of the sequence of events, is the opportunity for him to just get a single and score, get knocked in. I like that one a little bit more. Total bases I like, but hits, runs, RBIs I probably like a little bit more. LRK425 is asking about the Dodgers on the money line. I'm actually not touching that game. The Dodgers right now are not a trusty play. They don't have good pitching. The offense isn't nearly as explosive as it has been in the past. I'm kind of not touching the Dodgers right now. It was one where I did my research today, and I'm not taking it. I'm not touching it. Ellie De La Cruz playing third base today. Yeah, the dude is incredibly talented. He can play short. He can play third. I wouldn't be surprised if, much like Fernando Tatis Jr., he could also play the outfield. Jorge, Lane Thomas over half a strikeout. I mean, I wouldn't take it because I like him today, so he's good against left-handed pitching. I wouldn't take it. Appreciate all of those joining the show. Make sure you get your Celebrity Shot picks in. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, don't hesitate to ask your questions. Can you check player props for the Mariners game? Sure we can. Keep in mind we have our NASCAR Expert joining us at 1 o'clock. Oh, no pitcher for the Astros game yet. That's why that Kyle Tucker isn't available. Understood. But I still like Kyle Tucker today, so just putting that out there. Let's look at this. So our NASCAR Expert's joining us at 1 o'clock to give out his picks for the race at Atlanta Motor Speedway in just about 10 minutes. So everyone, make sure you're joining us for that. Let's look at that Mariners game. Actually, I'm not seeing the Mariners game up on the board, so no, we can't do our research on that one. I don't think the pitcher has been announced for the other side. I think that we are having, let me double check over on covers for the Seattle game. Yeah, like we just said, the Astros, Mariners, Astros pitcher hasn't shown. George Kirby up there, so yeah, very interesting, not available. John, I joined perfect time. I got Harvick top 10 plus 155. Love that you joined, John. John, we'll be posting our picks all to our website later this afternoon and evening. However, our NASCAR Expert's joining us in 7 minutes, so make sure you stick around, John. Sox on the money line. Which Sox are we talking about? Are we talking about the White Sox? Are we talking about the Red Sox? There are 3 games involving Sox today. I will give out some picks. Make sure you guys are hitting that confetti. You guys know how it is. Every time you guys hit that confetti, every time you contribute to the show, we give out one of our favorite plays. Do I like the Red Sox today? No. I am not touching the Red Sox. If I were to take the Red Sox in any place, it would be on a cover play. Can I get the Red Sox to cover? That's what I would take them at. I'm assuming, I would like to think that they're not the favorite, given that the starting pitching matchup favors, Red Sox plus 1.5. That's what I'd probably take. Could I get them at 2.5? I actually can. That's what I'm going to take, and I will put this one up on my board. So I'm actually going to drop a bunch of picks on you guys right now related to this game. So I will take the Rangers, Red Sox. I'm going to take it as yes to a run in the first inning. I will take the Rangers, first 5 money line, and I'm also going to take the Red Sox plus 2.5. And none of those plays, by the way, are parlay leg plays. They're all better than minus 200. So there you go. There's a good play for you. Tito's full send. John, there you go. Let's get Albert Einstein up on the board. Albert Einstein. What does our famous friend have for his picks today? Ellie De La Cruz. Albert, we don't do fantasy scores. We do not do fantasy scores. So you're going to have to find a different one. You can still do De La Cruz. There's still time. But we don't do fantasy scores. Candelario, you're looking at over half a hit. Good play here at 71%. Very chalky at minus 239. But I will throw this one up on my board very quickly since this game is almost underway. I'm spelling his name wrong. Let me get it up here. Over half a hit. It is a leg of a parlay play. Steve, who is this? Albert Einstein's taking it. If you want De La Cruz, you got to give us something other than fantasy. So plenty of time, Albert Einstein. Still about 5 minutes until our NASCAR expert, and then we're shutting it down. So get it in quick, Albert Einstein. Dante, yep, no pitcher yet in that game. If you guys are watching on YouTube, Kick, or Twitch, make sure you hit the like button on our video. Make sure you're subscribing to our channel. Really appreciate all that watch the show and all that support the show. We just got up to 4,000 likes on TikTok Live, so let's give out another long ball, long shot of the day. Next one that I'm going to give out is going to be Eloy Jimenez. Eloy Jimenez, let's get him up on the board really quick. Eloy Jimenez, by the way, over half a hit. Yep, taking that one. So just putting that one up there right away so you guys can see it. I am taking Eloy Jimenez over half a hit. Not the only thing I'm going to take today. Over half a home run. 21% implied probability. In that game today, the weather in that game between the Blue Jays and the White Sox, you see the likelihood of home runs up in that game, so I do like Eloy Jimenez over half a home run, over half a hit. Can I get him on hits, runs, and RBIs as well? 1.5. This has been a good play. Very consistent. 7 straight games, everybody. 7 straight games. So I'll also take Eloy Jimenez over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. There you go. And this is for game 1. This is for game 1, everybody. By the way, I really like it for both games, let's be honest, but letting you know, game 1. So there you go. Up on the board, everybody. Lane Thomas over 1.5 bases is the other pick for Albert Einstein. Lane Thomas over 1.5 bases. Big Al, you are on the board. Jorge, yep. Jorge, good find. You're right there with us, Jorge. Eloy Jimenez over half a hit. And by the way, if it's better than minus 300, even if it's chalky, we let it get up on the board. Yeah, the game against Burrios. I'm the same way. I want the game against Burrios. That's the one I want. So the first game is the one. Oh, I'm saying the same thing, so I don't actually know if it's game 1. I wanted the game versus Burrios. I'm the same way, Jorge. That's what I really want. I thought he was pitching game 1. He may not. So check your sports books. Check to make sure the game versus Burrios is the one I want, Eloy Jimenez. I am total agreement with you. Yep, keep your eye on that one. Keep your eye on that one. Same goes for the home run. Putting that distinction. Love it. What about Brandon Belt against Lance Lynn? Yes, I do like Brandon Belt against Lance Lynn. He is someone that I took yesterday on a long ball, long shot of the day. Going back to the well on that one. But game versus Lance Lynn. So make sure that that's what we're seeing. Lance Lynn on the mound today. I believe it's in the second game. So that would be Brandon Belt. Oh, he's not showing up. He's not showing up. So he might be in the second game. He might be in the second game, so keep your eye on that one as well. Okay, everybody. Put those celebrity shot picks to the side for just a minute. Put those celebrity shot picks to the side for just a minute. You can write them in the comment section, and we'll get to them all in just a few minutes. But we have a special guest with us now, as we are trying to do every week. we are bringing our NASCAR expert straight from pit row to give you guys the latest on the NASCAR race this week. NASCAR expert, first of all, hope you're having a great day. What's the latest in the world of NASCAR? Where are we in the NASCAR Cup Series? Just give us the latest kind of macro view across NASCAR right now.
So as we talked a little bit last week, we're just a little bit past halfway. We have 8 races to the cutoff now for teams to try to make the playoffs. And we're coming off the Chicago Street Race, which was the first street race in NASCAR history.
And a very successful race at that. That was getting some good pub for NASCAR, I felt.
It was, especially for the weekend. They had a record month of rainfall in 2 days. So NASCAR really had a lot of trouble trying to get this race going. They actually called the Xfinity race even before halfway, which NASCAR's rule is the race makes it halfway, and weather impacts it, they can call it, make it official. They actually had to abort on that and actually call it early, 2 laps short because of the weather. And also, to be honest with you, lap 46, our Buck Fumble Sports picks, we were absolutely on fire, and I never count my chickens before they're hatched, but a few races back in Kansas, we gave you the winner, all 3 top 10s, and the head-to-head selection, and looked like we were about to do the same. And again, NASCAR unprecedented made a call on lap 46. A caution came out for Alex Bowman with a motor issue, and at that time, our official picks, we had our 2 winners and our 3 top 10s. Were all in the top 10. And then the 2 picks of drivers I told you to watch last week, and Christopher Bell and Michael Waddell, were also in the top 10. So we had all 7 of our picks sitting in the top 10 at lap 46. When what happened is the back half of the field pitted, and NASCAR came out and said, okay, because of darkness, we're going to cut 25 laps short of this race. But what that did was everyone that didn't pit, the top 20 or so cars, now fuel strategy was blown up. Now they had to pit. So all the cars that got pitted got a huge benefit, cycled to the front of the field, and then chaos ensued, and all of our drivers were pretty much taken out along the way. So lap 46, we were looking golden, and by lap 50, we were in the toilet in that one. So,
and that's what we call a bad beat, everybody. When you make the right prediction and literally something goes askew, something goes wrong. I mean, you can't predict those kinds of things, and I certainly don't put that on our NASCAR expert, nor do I put that on Butt Fumble Sports when we give out a pick and something goes kaflooey. Say it's a rain delay, the starting pitcher gets pulled, now it's a bullpen game, there's an injury, something crazy happens. But the fact that our NASCAR expert is giving such good information to the point where without these, external variable factors that are outside of our control, he's calling the races correctly. That's why we have him on. That's why we have him contributing content every single week. So those who are watching the show, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, you may not be a big NASCAR fan, or you may not bet on NASCAR. I want to open your eyes to it a little bit, because not only are you getting good information from our NASCAR expert, but a lot of the betting that you can do is at plus odds, plus money, which makes it really favorable. If, to use some racing language, if you have the inside turn on that advantage and on that information, that's how you can cash some tickets, put some money in your pocket, even if you don't know that much about racing. So, with that said, let's dive into the race this week at Atlanta. Tell us about the Atlanta Motor Speedway. What do we really know about the track? What really stands out in terms of the qualities of the racetrack?
So Atlanta Motor Speedway, spring of last year, went under a repave. Atlanta is a 1.5 mile trial, but that used to be super high tire wear, super huge fall off in lap times. It became a driver's track. You really had to baby the tires to make it through a full fuel run. Well, they repaved it. And since they repaved it, you'll hear the term super speedway racing, you'll hear the term pack racing, you'll hear the term restrictor plate racing, and that really applies to Daytona and Talladega. But this has become a mini super speedway race. Because of the repave, they narrowed up the corners, and it's so fast now with no tire wear that with the short aero package that they run, NASCAR runs here, this has turned into a pack race. So what you know about Atlanta from every year leading up to last year, you can throw it away because it's completely different. So you're going to have drivers nose to tail all the way through the field from 1st to 36, all on top of each other, working their way through a pack, much like you would see at Daytona and Talladega.
Who are the drivers who thrive in pack racing?
So it's an art form, and some drivers are really good at it, and some are absolutely terrible at it. And when we talk about pack racing, this is your opportunity to maybe get a lot of value. So there's a lot of surprise winners. Over the years, Daytona, Talladega, a lot of surprise winners. Trevor Bayne won Daytona 500 at long odds. I mean, look at this year. Stenhouse Jr. was plus 4,000 to win Daytona 500 this year. But Stenhouse Jr. is kind of a sneaky good plate racer, and he gets the win. So this is where you can kind of go through the field and take a look at some guys and get some really good value because, you know, the guys like Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin, you know, these guys are really, really experienced and very highly touted super speedway racers. But there's guys in the back of the pack that, like maybe a Justin Haley, you don't hear from very often. But when plate racing comes around, he somehow seems to be inside the top 10 towards the end of the race. So this is a really interesting race. You know, between Chicago Street Race and now heading to this new mini super speedway racing in Atlanta, these are kind of two really anomalies where it's a big question mark on both of them. We'll get back to our regular, scheduled programming next week in New Hampshire. But this is another one of those Atlanta races that could produce a surprise winner.
Joe Warren, one of our viewers here on TikTok Live, is asking, do we have DFS picks for the race at Atlanta? We will be giving out picks in our website on our blog that we put out on our website. We'll put that out probably later this evening. So, Joe, you can check out those picks and put your DFS lineup together for the race accordingly. With that said, give us a little bit of a teaser on that article, NASCAR Expert. Who are some of the drivers that we should consider, at least for the top 10?
So a couple of drivers you can consider for the top 10. First one I would take a look at would be Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney is a pretty good super speedway racer and has been winless for a while until he finally won the Coke 600 a few weeks ago. So the pressure's off. He's in the playoffs. He's good to go. And the last two races at Atlanta, he's at a 5th and 7th place finish. So Ryan Blaney's a good one to look at, and he's part of the Ford camp. So you might hear, if you watch a little bit over the course of this year, Ford has been at a serious disadvantage this season. And what they did was they made a modification to the front nose of the car to change the aero, which they thought was going in the right direction. But actually what happened was 180 of what they thought. They became really good at super speedways, but Ford has been really, really behind at the 2-mile and less racetracks, aero-wise. So Ford's starting to come back around, but when it gets to super speedway type racing, you can throw it out the window, and the Fords really have an advantage. And Ryan Blaney's in that Ford camp. So he's the one to take a look at. Another one to take a look at that could be a good value is Daniel Suarez. And 2 of the last 3 Atlanta races, he's finished 4th and 6th. He's been running better as of late. And his teammate Ross Chastain has got punched his ticket a couple weeks ago to the playoffs. So the pressure's on him to run well. And he could be a guy that could find his way to the front. And I mentioned Justin Haley. Justin Haley is a guy that this is probably the only chance he'll have to win all year is the Daytona, Talladega, and those Atlanta super speedway races because he's just not going to find his way to the front anywhere else. And 2 of the last 3 races, he has finishes of 7th and 11th. So he might actually be a good, top 10 player as well to find good value. But the Ford camp, is someone to take a look at, as far as this goes. But also to that point, on the Ford camp, there's probably 2 or 3 drivers you should stay away from this weekend. And that's the Stewart House Racing team. Between Ryan Preece and Chase Briscoe, they have really been struggling. Other than Kevin Harvick with that team, Briscoe only has 18 races this year. He only has 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s, and a finish of 24th in the spring Atlanta race. And Preece this year has really been struggling. 18 races this year, he has no top 5, no top 10s, and a best finish of 28th in the spring race. So some Ford camp you might want to fade this week.
Who are some drivers that we should just consider for back-of-the-pack plays and should avoid them altogether?
Yeah, those are 2 I mentioned, Briscoe and Preece. I would keep in the back. Even their teammate Almirola. I mentioned it last week. Harrison Burton's really having a struggle this year. Noah Gragson came from Junior Motorsports in the Xfinity Series last year with a very highly touted background. Expected a lot at Legacy Motorsports. His teammate Eric Jones has run well this year, but Noah Gragson hasn't. So, Noah Gragson might be another driver to kind of stay away from. He has had some success at Super Speedway Racing at Xfinity Series, but so far at the Cup level, he's really had a struggle.
Last thing I want to ask about is, are there any head-to-head matchups that we should have our eye on from a betting perspective? And could you tease who you actually like in those? Because we won't ask for a winner necessarily in the race. We'll force people to go check out the blog that you're going to put up a little bit later today. But is there a head-to-head matchup that you really like for this race?
So there's a couple of head-to-head matchups that you can take a look at. And some of these head-to-head matchups that I like are some of guys that really need to punch their way to the playoffs. So Chase Elliott right now is a guy that we mentioned last week. He's missed 6 races. He really needs to get a win to get in the playoffs. So Chase Elliott, you have him paired. I've seen him against Denny Hamlin, who's been a good speedway racer, and I've seen him paired against Ryan Blaney. I think Chase Elliott, a guy you could take a look at. He won this race last year, won one of the races last year in Atlanta. So he knows how to get it done there. and he really has to win to get in the playoffs. So if you look at the head-to-head matchups, it's the guys that I think have the pressure on and need to win that will be more aggressive to get to the front in these races and try to avoid the crashing. So I think Chase Elliott could be a really good value in whatever head-to-head match you find him in.
Really appreciate you joining us every single week. We know you got to get back to pit row and changing tires and everything else, but we appreciate you stopping by, giving us your analysis on the race this week, and we will be dropping our NASCAR Experts blog with all of his picks and analysis on our website, buttfumblesports.com, later today. NASCAR Expert, thank you so much. Hope you have a wonderful afternoon.
Yep, have a great day, and like I always say, support your local short tracks, and it's the best way to learn about racing, and the more you learn, the better you are at the window. And
again, I just want to echo that. Racing is great at all levels. Go support those who are getting into it, and maybe not the NASCAR level, but the local tracks. Go support those. It's great entertainment, and it's a way to support people chasing their dream. So NASCAR Expert, thank you so much. We will talk to you later. And for all those that are watching the show, hope you enjoyed our interview with our NASCAR Expert. We try to bring in some experts almost every day or every couple of days to give you perspective beyond ours and beyond the data that we show. People who really know their stuff about the sports they're talking, to hopefully give you some insight, whether it's for betting or to just learn more about the sport and how to take advantage of it as a sports fan and watch it to get the most out of it. We have been giving out a lot of picks as we do every single day. So let me do a quick slow scroll through all of our picks that we have up on the board so far. If you want more of our picks, the picks that have those bullet points next to it, those are picks we had prior to the show. If you want more of those, make sure you hit our live goal of confetti. Give us that confetti, and we give you some picks. Of course, we have a lot of MLB player prop bets as well. If you see an asterisk next to the pick, it means it's something that we did not have prior to the show, but we were doing our research during the show. It looked like a good play, so we put it up on the board. If you see this symbol right here, it means the odds are minus 200 or worse, so you should consider it a good leg of a parlay. We recommend only parlays that are 3-4 legs. Don't get too crazy. Usually those don't cash. That said, we haven't given out any WNBA picks. I do have 3 WNBA picks to give out. By the way, really appreciate those that subscribe on TikTok Live, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. We just got a new subscriber on YouTube. Thank you so much. We'll say thank you by dropping some picks as a thank you. We have our long ball long shots of the day. Those are players we think are going to hit a home run. I have more of those to give out, so don't worry. Plenty of those to give out, at least 4. Additionally, stealing and sharing. Every time you share the channel, we give out a player we think is going to get a stolen base. And, of course, we are doing our contest in the month of July. The first person to get 20 correct picks in the month of July wins a free T-shirt. Everybody gets 2 picks every single day. So write in the comment section, my celebrity pick or my celebrity shot. Include the 2 picks that you like, and we will put them on the board. Keep track of them. That way you can play along, and let's see if you win the free T-shirt. Just to give you guys an update on the standings, Caesar has 4 wins. Chris Roberts has 4. Dante has 5. Joe Warren has 5. Jorge is in second with 6. LRK 425 is in second with 6. Macy Toru leads everybody with 8. Mike Oxlong has 4. RJ has 3. Shun Carter went 2-0 yesterday, off to a fast start. Stephen Pock is 3, has 3 wins. Tito's Full Send is in second with 6. Tony has 2. Top Dog has 4. And Zodwick has 5 wins. So that's our Celebrity Shot records for the contest in July. One more thing for you guys before we get back to answering your questions and getting your picks on the board. We do have a discount on our store, buttfumblesports.com. If you want to go to our store and get 20% off, 20% off all of the stuff in our store, that's 20% off everything in our store. Use the code JULY, right as I've written it in the comment section now. So the code JULY, and you can get 20% off everything in our store. By the way, unfortunately, we did not cash on that first run inning play. We did not cash on it, so we admit defeat. Put the miss next to it. We don't dodge it. We don't hide it. You guys know when we cash a ticket, we're excited about it, but that doesn't mean we only show cashing tickets. we show everything. When we cash, we put it up there. When we miss, we put it up there. You got to be straight with you guys. So no run in the first inning. So did not cash on that ticket. Appreciate all of you guys joining us, no matter the platform. Again, want to give a big thank you to Brodables for subscribing on YouTube. Thank you so much. To say thank you, I'm going to give out all 3 of my WNBA picks, because I'm sure that's why you joined the show, was to get my WNBA picks. I'll take the Sun on the money line. Only one game today. Storm versus the Sun in Connecticut. I'll take the Sun on the money line. I'll take the Sun minus 5.5. That's an alternative line at minus 5.5. I will also take the Storm, Sun, over 160.5. So 3 picks to say thank you to the person who just subscribed on YouTube. Caesar, let's get your celebrity shot up on the board. Caesar has a celebrity shot pick, and it is a player we like for a long ball, long shot of the day, so we're going to be following Caesar on this one. Caesar is taking Anthony Santander over 1.5 bases. I like Anthony Santander to hit a home run today. Anthony Santander going up against Luis Severino. Anthony Santander. Let's look at him for a home run. 25% implied probability, plus 300 on the play. Definitely like that one. Let's also put up on the board over 1.5 hits. No. 1.5 bases. I think this best play is 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, but you can't get it. So 1.5 bases is the play I'll take. You can get it at minus 105. So that's another play. I will say it's an asterisk play because it's actually not what I wanted. I wanted 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, but not available. Anthony Santander over 1.5 bases. Some folks on the show are letting me know that Ellie De La Cruz has gotten a base, and not just that, but he has gotten a hit. He is 1 for 1, so we do cash on Ellie De La Cruz over half a hit. So like I said, we keep track of the makes, we keep track of the misses. Ellie De La Cruz over half a hit. Jorge cashing that ticket. Let's go. So one of our early legs of a parlay has already cashed. Ellie De La Cruz over half a hit. And yes, folks, we are keeping our eye on that stolen base. We hope he goes and tries and swipe a bag right now, because that is one of the plays that we do have. The A's and the Tigers are also underway, so a couple of games underway early. Hope you guys are having a lot of fun. By the way, what did we just get? We got Ellie De La Cruz stole second, everybody. Boy, do we love cashing tickets here at Fumble Sports. Now, this was a plus 185, so this wasn't crazy. But yes, we've already cashed on 2 tickets, including a plus money play. This is why you come to Fumble Sports. We thought he'd get on base with a hit. We thought he'd steal a bag. He has done just that. So no, we didn't cash on our run in the first inning, but we are on our way. Now, can we get him to get knocked in? Love to see Spencer Steer drive him in. Wouldn't that be nice? So keeping our eyes on that game. Hope you guys are having a lot of fun watching the show with us. Now that we have a couple of games underway, we'll keep track of our results as well. But hope you guys are having a lot of fun watching the show. Hope you guys know how much we appreciate the support you guys show us. Joe Warren, Alex, Jorge, Tito's Full Send, you know what's right. Hope you guys tailed us on that play. Again, we did cash on that ticket. Did cash on it. Ellie De La Cruz cashed on that one. Did cash on this as well. Unfortunately, nope, we didn't cash on run in the first inning. So we could have been a little bit better. Didn't hit on that, but we have cashed on 2 tickets, including one at plus money. So certainly do like that opportunity that we just had to put some money up on the board and in your pocket. Let's keep the fun going, everybody. If you guys want more of our picks, you know what to do. Now you've seen what happens when you guys hit that confetti. We give out picks, so make sure you're hitting that confetti. By the way, if you still have questions about game picks, don't hesitate. We still have plenty of research to do. Of course, if you want your celebrity shot pick up on the board, just let us know. By the way, Mike Oxlong is cashed. Mike Oxlong's cashed a ticket on his Ellie De La Cruz over half a hit. So good job by Mike Oxlong as well, tailing us on that one. Good call. Let's get to Andrew Benintendi. Looking at over half a hit. Nope, not available to us. Not available on the over half a hit. Not as excited about this as I could be. Maybe 1.5 hits is the best play. That's actually a really good trend. This is against Kikuchi, though, is the first game. Andrew Benintendi, I probably like in the second game more, but I'm not running to my sports book to get Andrew Benintendi right now. Rays first 5 on the money line is not a game that I had on my cheat sheet. So of the notes that I have, not one that I actually put up there. So not going to recommend that one. I'm not taking the Rays first 5 on the money line. Not taking it. Brewers Cubs over 4 first 5. That's an interesting play. I actually could see that one hitting. There was a celebrity shot pick I wanted to get up on the board, and that was from Caesar. Caesar is taking the Cubs to cover plus 1.5. Let's get that up there, everybody. Cubs plus 1.5. By the way, Caesar, Jorge, Albert Einstein, Stephen Pock, Mike, Arctic Tiger, Tony, Zodwick, Alex, Dante, Joe Warren, Tito's Full Send, LRK425, Chris Roberts, and Macy Toru are all up on our Celebrity Shot big board. Make sure you get your Celebrity Shot picks in. Y.A. Tittle just did. Let's get Y.A. Tittle. 24 up on the big board, and Y.A. Tittle is going with Willy Adames over 1.5 bases. Love the play. Willy Adames over 1.5 bases. I do like this play as well. Willy Adames over 1.5 bases. I like the play, even though it's going off at 42% implied probability. This has been very consistent against Stroman, lifetime. Willy Adames has really good numbers, so I actually like the play despite the bad implied probability. You could get this at plus 140. I like the play. Willy Adames over 1.5 bases. And again, that's going off at plus 140, everybody. And his stats, 2 home runs lifetime, a .533 average, and 15 at-bats. That's no small sample size. That is a play we absolutely like. Can I get him on half a hit as well? You got to be kidding me. Over half a hit's available at minus 195. Folks, there have been a couple of plays today where you look at it and you go, wow, the sportsbook is giving us something. You can't ignore it. Over half a hit is good, and it's not even a leg of a parlay. So, guys, pay attention. Get it up on the board. Love that play. Good call from Y.A. Tittle 24. Okay. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Hope you guys are having a lot of fun watching the show. If you guys have any questions, if you have a celebrity shot pick that you want up on the board, let us know. By the way, there are 2 runs that just got scored in that Oakland A's game. So, unfortunately, Tony, you're off to a rough start. But that's okay. Let's actually quickly look at how those runs came in. By the way, I liked Hogan Harris. That's not looking too hot now. He did get a strikeout, though, so we were looking for the 3.5 strikeouts. So Torkelson scored, and then Baez knocked in Torkelson and Ibanez. So that's how those 2 runs were scored. On the other side, Reds are threatening with a run on base. So, by the way, we're in a rain delay in Cincinnati and Washington. We are in a brief rain delay. So, for those who need to catch their breath in that game, that's what you get. Yeah, Baez singles. By the way, let's do our Immaculate Grid for the day. Let's do our Immaculate Grid. It's 125. Let's have some fun, everybody. Again, I mentioned earlier just a moment ago, if you want a discount, a 20% discount on everything on our store, use the promo code July for 20% off everything in the ButtFumbleSports.com store. So if you guys want 20% off, use that code of July. Let's go do our Immaculate Grid. Spoiler alert, everybody. Spoiler alert. Putting out a warning right now. We are going to do our Immaculate Grid together. We are going to do an Immaculate Grid together. Spoiler alert, if you do not want to do an Immaculate Grid, it is okay. It is okay. You can go step away for a second. You can come back. We'll do this for about 5 minutes, everybody. But we've been doing this about every day over the last few. Had a lot of fun doing it. That way we can get your participation involved as well. Trey Turner is someone for the middle, Jorge. It is not who I actually had for my Immaculate Grid. We'll start in the middle. I actually had Shane Victorino. We're trying to get a low score. That's why I'm picking him. Only 4% of our audience picked him. So I did go with Shane Victorino. Jorge went with Trey Turner for the middle. Yeah, nice pull is right. Shane Victorino at only 4%. So we are off and running with our middle square. Wanted to give out, again, we're doing our contest here, our Immaculate Grid. I will be kind of chalky on some of these. With the Rays, a 200 strikeout pitcher. Don't you feel like you just want to be safe and you just want to go David Price? Does anyone have a better one than David Price that they can think of? How do we get in? How do you get to ImmaculateGrid.com? ImmaculateGrid.com. So I'm going to put David Price up here. I'm sure there are better ones, but David Price we know of. Does anyone have a better one for the top right quadrant? A Rays pitcher with over 200 strikeouts? Put your picks in the comment section. Put your picks in the comment section. A Rays pitcher with over 200 strikeouts. Anyone got a good one? I'm going to put David Price. I'll select him. He is 40%. Again, for those who are watching the show, we're doing an Immaculate Grid. Just doing this, we fill it out every day. Have some fun with it. Play along at home. Let us know what players you want to see put in here. For the Phillies pitcher who got over 200 strikeouts in a season, I'm going with an oldie but a classic. I'm going with Steve Carlton. Don't know how many people are going to take it. 12%. So not too high. Not bad for our rarity score. Steve Carlton. 200 strikeouts for the Phillies. I'm sure Cliff Lee was another one that people probably played. Now, looking at someone who was a Cy Young, who also had a 200 strikeout season, the one that I'm going with for this one is one of my favorite pitchers of all time, Pedro Martinez. Pedro Martinez. 9%. And yes, if you go to our website, ButtFumbleSports.com, you can find a Pedro Martinez shirt. Our Pedro Martinez shirt. You can see it right there. So go check that out. Again, use the promo code. Use the promo code July to get 20% off. Use the promo code July to get 20% off this shirt. Additionally, we do also have a Nolan Ryan shirt as well. Someone mentioned Nolan Ryan. We also have a Nolan Ryan shirt, everybody. 20% off. So there you go. YA Tittle 24. I think our Nolan Ryan shirt's pretty badass, actually. So I love our Nolan Ryan shirt. So go check those out today. 20% off. We're filling out our Immaculate Grid. By the way, Nolan Ryan actually wouldn't work for this because Nolan Ryan never won a Cy Young. YA Tittle, Nolan Ryan never won a Cy Young. Can you believe that? Never won a Cy Young. By the way, Siri for the Astros and the Rays, Jose Siri, great call. This is a tough one, but Jose Siri, 30% of the audience got him. Not too many Rays, Astros players, so a really good call by Jorge. Nice job, Jorge, filling that one out. By the way, the Rays and the Dodgers That would have been a good one for David Price as well. The one I had for the Rays and the Dodgers, Carl Crawford. Carl Crawford played for both of these teams. Was a popular pick, though, 32%. By the way, why A. Tittle? The only pitcher in 4 decades is Nolan Ryan. What a badass. Nolan Ryan is, by the way, just ask Robin Ventura how big a badass Nolan Ryan is. Nolan Ryan kicked his ass. Nolan Ryan is the man. Never won a Cy Young, though. 7 no-hitters, pitched in 4 decades, never won a Cy Young. How ridiculous is that? By the way, I do think that only pitcher to pitch in 4 decades, though, is a bit of a, like, it's true, but it's also false in that Satchel Paige would have pitched longer. He would have pitched for sure, so. Don Drysdale for the Dodgers Cy Young. I really love that pick. How many people are going with Drysdale? Only 1%. Great call by Jorge. Only 1% went with Don Drysdale, so a really good pick. Well done on that one. How about the Astros Cy Young pick? You know who I went with this? A lot of people will forget this one. Roger Clemens. Roger Clemens won a Cy Young with the Astros, so 10%. Verlander, we didn't go Verlander because he was the popular one. I'm sure most of the people put Verlander, but Roger Clemens only 10%, so keeping that rarity score down. Okay, everybody, last one, last square to fill in. Phillies and Astros. Who do we like? Phillies and Astros. Who can we think of that played for the Phillies and for the Astros? Let us know, everybody. I do have somebody in mind. Curious to know what picks you guys are going to share. The one that I was thinking of was Billy Wagner, the relief pitcher. You guys remember Billy Wagner? Let us know if you guys have any picks for this Phillies Astros grid. I'm going to put in my Billy Wagner. And we got a perfect Immaculate Grid with a rarity score of 143. Ooh, Roy Oswalt was a good one, Tito's Full Send. Roy Oswalt was a good one. So there it is, everybody. We just filled out our Immaculate Grid for the day with a rarity score of 143. Not bad, everybody. Not bad. Hope you guys had fun doing that. We have hit the bottom of the hour, so we will also do our trivia question of the day. Since we just did our Immaculate Grid, our trivia question of the day. Who has the most home run derby home runs ever? Who has the most home run derby home runs ever? That is our trivia question of the day. Josh Hamilton? Nope, not Josh Hamilton. Barry Bonds? Nope, not Barry Bonds. Who has the most home runs ever in home run derby history? That's across multiple home run derbies. Not just one home run derby, but multiple home run derbies. Not Aaron Judge. Nope, keep trying. This is across the history of home run derbies. So it's all of their home run derby competitions combined. Manny Ramirez? No. Griffey? No. Griffey has the most home run derby wins. Griffey is the only person with 3 home run derby wins, but he does not have the most home runs. Sammy Sosa? Nope. Schwarber? Nope. Keep guessing, guys. Haven't come up with it yet. Who has the most home runs in home run derby history all time? All time. Mark McGwire? Nope. Sammy Sosa? Nope. Oh, this is a good trivia question. This is stumping people. Mike Trout? No. I don't think Mike Trout has ever participated in a home run derby, actually. This is a good question. You guys are struggling. I like it. Let us know if you're watching on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Kick. Let us know. Vlad Guerrero Jr.? No, he's actually 5th all time. He's 5th all time with 91 home runs. No Googling, guys. No Googling. Nope. No Vlad Guerrero Jr. Vlad Guerrero Jr. is 5th all time. That said, Vlad Guerrero Jr. is in this year's home run contest. Excited to see that. No Googling. Keep those guesses coming. Tino Martinez, interesting guess, but no. Sammy Sosa, nope. Oh, I love that this is stumping you guys, because I didn't think this was that hard. I actually thought yesterday's was much harder. Yesterday's question was brutally hard. This year's is actually pretty easy. Do you guys need a hint? Righty or lefty? He's a righty. He's a right-handed hitter. He's a right-handed hitter. He's a right-handed hitter. I'll give you a hint. He has participated in the home run contest within the last 10 years. Not Canseco. This person has the most home runs in Derby history. When did the Derby start? I think the Derby started in the 80s. By the way, there used to be a great TV show called Home Run Derby. Pujols is second. Pujols is second all time. So, Jorge, you're on the right track, but just shy. Albert Pujols has 106 home runs in Derby history. Not the most. He is second all time. Not Prince Fielder. American League or National League? National League. So he's a right-handed hitter in the National League. And he has been in the Home Run Derby contest in the last 10 years. I am shocked you guys are stumped on this one. Bryce Harper, he's a left-handed hitter. This is a right-handed hitter who plays in the National League and has been in the Home Run Derby contest in the last 10 years. Our trivia question of the day, who has the most home runs in Home Run Derby history? Tito's Full Send. Good job. Tito's Full Send. You got just ahead of LRK 425. It is Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso has 174 home runs all time. LRK 425 came in just late. It's Tito's Full Send. Just ahead. Good question. That stumped a bunch of you guys. Oh, good job. Yeah, Tito's Full Send. Getting the tip of the hat from LRK 425 and myself. Good job. Good trivia question today. If I do say so myself, good trivia question. That stumped you guys. I'm surprised. That said, this Home Run Derby, I think, could be the best Home Run Derby of all time. The participants are outstanding this year. Luis Robert is the #1 overall seed this year. He'll be going up against Adley Rutschman in the bracket. Pete Alonso will be facing the home favorite, Julio Rodriguez. Mookie Betts will go up against Vlad Guerrero Jr. and Adolis Garcia up against Randy Arozarena. This is a loaded field. This is going to be so much fun. I think it's one of the best home run derbies of all time. And as I've said already to you guys, I think that the Home Run Derby is the best event across every All-Star weekend or All-Star game, All-Star set of events across all major sports. The Home Run Derby is the best event. Now that the dunk contest is a joke, I think this field is loaded. Will anyone hit it out of the stadium? Nope. I don't think this is like Fenway Park in '99 with Mark McGwire. I do think the ball will stay in the ballpark at, what is it, T-Mobile Ballpark or T-Mobile Field now? I always think of it as Safeco. But that said, Robert, Rutschman, Alonso, Rodriguez, Betts, Guerrero Jr., Garcia, and Arozarena. If you're not excited, you don't have a pulse, everybody. Will the Reds delay the whole day? Cruz is already, he's almost cashing on scoring a run. He has a hit. He's already cashed on a stolen base. We want that game to get in. We don't want that being canceled. Let's get Kyle's celebrity shot pick on the board. Everybody, we have about 20 minutes left of our show, so everybody get those celebrity shot picks in. Running out of time. Guardians on the money line, love it. Jordan Lyles Day, you know it. Guardians on the money line. Marlins on the money line. By the way, I have a ton of picks to give out, so guys, hit that confetti. Hit that confetti. Drop some picks. Drop the confetti. We drop the picks. We have a ton of picks to give out, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 picks still to give out. Guys, hit that live goal of confetti. We want to drop a ton of these picks for you, so hit that confetti. You know what to do. If you want more of our celebrity shot picks, get those in. If you want celebrity shot picks up on the board, that's your opportunity to be a part of the show. Get those in right now. If you miss any part of the show, don't worry. We will post the entire show onto our YouTube page, Butt Fumble Sports. You can check out the interview we did with our NASCAR expert at 1 o'clock. If you missed that, he gave out some great knowledge, some really good picks around the race at the Atlanta Motor Speedway this Sunday. So make sure you guys check that interview out as well. We'll post that to YouTube. So plenty to check out on our YouTube page, buttfumblesports.com. Tim Anderson is a question we're getting in. Tim Anderson. 1.5 hits, don't like that. Total bases, 1.5. I'm not really taking Tim Anderson today. I know that he could get it against UC Kikuchi. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Probably the best play against UC Kikuchi. Lifetime against Kikuchi, he does have good numbers. I'm not going to take this one, but I understand if you want to. Tim Anderson, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. That would be the only play I'd consider for him. Still have more long ball, long shots of the day to give out. Still have more stolen base picks to give out. So make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you're playing along at home. Tons of picks to give out. So do not hesitate. Speaking of the Home Run Derby, I'll actually drop a couple more Home Run Derby players to hit home runs. I like Vlad Guerrero Jr. to hit a home run today. Like him to hit a home run today, so putting him up on the board. Also like Luis Robert Jr. to hit a home run today. One more long ball, long shot of the day I'll put up there. Ian Happ. I like Ian Happ to hit a home run today. Let's get Ian Happ up on the board. Let's show him. Ian Happ to hit a home run. 15% implied probability. Let's look at hits, runs, RBIs. 55%, so not crazy about it. Just over half a hit. That's a good play. I'll take Ian Happ over half a hit. So I'll take him on the home run, but over half a hit as well. Safe play. Final few minutes of the show, everybody. Get those questions in. We do have Willie Adames over half a hit, Jorge. We do have that one up on our board. Willie Adames over half a hit. It's right there. Is anyone close to winning the contest for July? Nope. Macy Toru has 8 picks, so still plenty of race to go. The first to 20 is our winner. And again, if any of you guys want a t-shirt from our website and you don't think you're going to win the contest, you can use the promo code July to get 20% off. The promo code, discount code of July. Use all capital letters, July, July, to get 20% off. Over half a hit for Mookie Betts. Good play, just too chalky for me, not going to take it. Good play, just too chalky for me, so not going to play it. You can see our game picks that are up on the board right now. Let's also get the Guardians. We put them on the money line. I also like Guardians first 5 money line as well. First 5 money line as well. I'd also consider the over in that game. Looking at the over in the Guardians-Royals game, the line's set at 9. This has fluctuated between 9 and 9.5. I'll take the over 7.5. Thank you. Guardians, Royals, Royals, Guardians. Over 7.5. Corbin Carroll over half a hit. We didn't see that over half a hit, so we had to take it on bases. We saw it at 1.5 hits. Let's drop some more picks for you guys. Did we already get the... We need to put up here as well. Orioles, Yankees, yes to a run in the first inning. Orioles, Yankees, yes to a run in the first inning. Like that. How about Phillies, Rays, no run in the first inning. No run in the first inning. So there you go on that one. How about Cubs and Brewers? Cubs and Brewers, yes to a run in the first inning. Yes to a run in the first inning in that game. One more for you. Mets, Diamondbacks. Yes to a run in the first inning. So dropped a ton of picks for you guys. Tons of picks put up there on the board. No, we haven't gotten the confetti, but wanted to give out a ton of picks for you guys. We have more picks to give out. I have more picks to give out. Cubs to cover. Cubs to cover. Cubs, oh, they're the favorite. Never mind. Never mind. Just hoping to get them at plus 1.5. I bet I can on an alternative line. Cubs, plus 1.5 is minus 210. Interesting. Not going to take it, but interesting. Did we get Miami? We got Miami up here. We got this up here. Okay. Just dropped a ton of picks for you guys. I also do like the Diamondbacks on the money line. Diamondbacks on the money line. So there. Tons of picks I just dropped for you guys. We are going to end the show a little bit early today. We will end the show a little bit early today. That way we can put up all of these picks up on our website, buttfumblesports.com. And that way you guys can play along, check out all of our picks, all of our plays, and that way you never miss any of them. I'm going to do a slow scroll through all of these picks, everyone. So here are all of these picks. So let's spell Diamondbacks right. Here are all of our picks today. A couple that have already cashed, one that did miss already, but we put it up on the board anyways. All of the plays today up on the screen. Hope you guys have been enjoying the show. If you want your celebrity shot pick on the board, get it in now. Running out of time. Final few minutes of the show. Get those celebrity shot picks in, everybody. YouTube, Twitch, Kick, TikTok Live. Doesn't matter the platform. Get those celebrity shot picks in. Running out of time. If you don't get your pick in before the end of the show, you can always tweet us at SportsFumble. That's at SportsFumble on Twitter. You can tweet us. If it comes in before first pitch or tip-off, we will add it to the Celebrity Shot Big Board. You can also DM us at ButtFumbleSports on Instagram. That's at ButtFumbleSports on Instagram. Lots of Celebrity Shot picks up on the board. Get them in, everybody. Running out of time. Running out of time. Final few minutes of the show. LRK 425 Jimenez over a half a hit for game one. LRK 425 is taking Eloy Jimenez over half a hit. Game one. There you go, LRK 425. Jorge is taking Willie Adames over half a hit. Willie Adames over half a hit. There you go. Jorge's got his two up on the board. Get your celebrity shot picks in. Oh, Corey Seager, 1.5 bases. Let's look at that one. Final few minutes of the show. Get those picks in or just tweet at us, DM us, and we can add it later. 1.5 bases for Corey Seager. 66% or 60% implied probability. Really strong trend. I am taking this one as well. Corey Seager. Over 1.5 bases. Over 1.5 bases, everybody. There you go. Up on the board. Love it. Final few minutes of the show. Final few minutes of the show. Get your celebrity shot picks in. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 picks in today's show from you celebrity pickers. Make sure you get those picks in. Running out of time. Again, if you missed the show and you want to get your picks in, tweet us at SportsFumble, or DM us at ButtFumbleSports on Instagram. And again, discount code for 20% off everything in our store. Use the code July. So there you go, everybody. There you go. Tito's Full Send. Bing bong. Bing bong. There you go, Tito's Full Send. Yeah, no pitcher in that game. Not seeing any pitchers. Get those celebrity shot picks in. Running out of time. Final few minutes. We're about to end the show, everybody. So get those picks in now. And again, I will be live later tonight at around 7:15 maybe. So I'll be live later tonight to watch some sports with you guys, talk about how our picks did, just rant about sports. We will also do we'll do some fantasy football research as well. So guys, make sure that you guys join us tonight at around 7:15 Eastern Standard Time tonight. So we are live on TikTok live tonight around 7 p.m. Eastern. And additionally, tomorrow, But Fumble Sports is live tomorrow, July 7th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, everybody. That's 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our UFC guest will join us tomorrow. So if you guys love the UFC and you want to get some picks for an outstanding card for Saturday's fights, make sure you're joining us tomorrow. Again, we're going to be live tonight on TikTok Live at 7 p.m. And then we're going to be live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok Live for our regular show tomorrow at 1 p.m. with our UFC guest joining us. As always, appreciate all those that support the show. Make sure you hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, TikTok Live. Hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're a part of this unbelievable Butt Fumble Sports community. As I mentioned a couple times throughout the show, you can use the promo code JULY, July, on our store to get 20% off everything. We have our Celebrity Shot contest going on right now. If you want to get your picks in, if you missed the show but want to get those picks in, you can tweet us at SportsFumble on Twitter and at ButtFumbleSports on Instagram. So if you missed the show but want to get your picks in, that's how you can do it. Appreciate all those who watch. Appreciate all those who support the show. Macy Toru, Chris Roberts, LRK425, Tito's Full Send, Joe Warren, Dante, Alex, Zodwick, Tony, Arctic Tiger, Mike Oxlong, Stephen Pock, Albert Einstein, Jorge, Caesar, YA Tittle 24, Kyle, Boss Lady Murr, appreciate your support. Kyle Klein, as we mentioned, Tony, Jeff, Haley, Mark, Ryan, big shout out to Harley. Thank you so much, Harley. Appreciate you. Hope you guys have really enjoyed the show today. Hope you had a wonderful time watching. Deadpool, thank you so much for the confetti. As always, I say the same thing at the end of every show. I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon and evening. And I hope you cash a ton of tickets tonight. I hope you have a wonderful day and get the most out of your sports betting experience. Have a great Thursday, everybody. We will see you again live at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. That's 1 p.m. Eastern right here on TikTok Live, YouTube, Twitch.